I'm going to tell you about the most intriguing, interesting, fun, and probably best opener Oklahoma has had on its schedule in quite some time, and all that's coming up after the bumper.
What do you mean you don't subscribe to my son's YouTube channel?
Mama, no!
Just snap the damn ball, RJ.
What's up, kid folk? It's RJ Young. I am not on a step mill. If this is your first time here, consider hitting the like and subscribe button because I upload a video every single day. It's always OU related, college football related, sports related. We have a good time. So today, we're going to talk about Florida Atlantic. Now, we're going to talk about Florida Atlantic a lot in the coming month because it's the opener, and a lot of focus is always put on the opener of every football season ever for every football team ever. But our opener with Florida Atlantic is especially cool. Now, it's cool because when this game first got scheduled, nobody cared. Who was Florida Atlantic? What's an owl doing in Florida? Climate change, anybody? I mean, seriously, for us, Florida Atlantic was not just a joke. It was the place where Howard Schnellenberger was going to retire after trying to torpedo OU football. They even named the field after him and his suspenders. I don't get it. I don't know why anybody not named Miami wants to commemorate Howard Schnellenberger for anything, but I digress. Point is, when this game was scheduled, we didn't care. And then Lane Kiffin got to FAU and we were like, oh, okay, so FAU. All right, whatever, they'll be trash when they get here. Not the case. Florida Atlantic won 10 games last year. And they won 10 games with some name brands, like John Franklin III. He from Last Chance U fame, and he of the Ghost 4140. And then it seemed like all Lane Kiffin was doing was signing Last Chance U players, including former Last Chance U East Mississippi grad Tim Bonner, and another former Florida State quarterback not named John Franklin III. His name is DeAndre Johnson. And then they added Chris Robison, who was a former OU quarterback, who was dismissed for public intoxication in April 2017. And then Chris Robison had to put up this tweet, which I don't know why you want to tell the entire internet that you want to get your butt kicked by Oklahoma, but you know, Chris Robison stuff, man. Is this your king? Is this your king? But also, Florida Atlantic is dangerous. They return a running back in Devin Singletary who had 1,920 yards from scrimmage. Their record was actually 11-3, and they averaged 498 yards per game and 40.6 points per game. And then add some more names onto this list of names at Florida Atlantic with Charlie Weis, but not that Charlie Weis, his son, Charlie Weis Jr., who's a 25-year-old wonderkin. We thought it was going to be Kendall Briles, who was the offensive coordinator of that 11-win team, but he went to Houston. Also, I don't know why you would want another Briles back in Texas this soon, but, you know, Houston hired Tom Herman too. And that's all before I even go in on Lane Kiffin, who had to have a police escort out of Tennessee because he drove that program into the ground, was fired after 20 games with the Raiders, but not before the late Al Davis called Lane Kiffin a disgrace, saying, and I quote, I picked the wrong guy, became the head coach of USC and did things like have pseudo press conferences in his offense before getting destroyed by Todd Graham in Arizona State and getting fired at an airport by then USC athletic director Pat Hayden, was raised up from the dead by Nick Saban, let Nick Saban take his phone and his internet privileges and just coach the offense, and all of a sudden Lane Kiffin's back in everybody's good graces. And now they are coming to Oklahoma for the first game of the season in a year where Oklahoma's a sexy pick to go back to the college football playoff. We have a Heisman candidate at running back, a deep wide receiving core, and a talented defensive unit. This game has it all, and I'm already so excited about it, and I hope you are too. All right, that's it for me. Deuces.